I love the whole design side of things, where you can create your own design that someone else hasn't done for the situation that you're fishing. And doing that, I can constantly change my designs to suit what I'm fishing for. So in the past, I've been doing a lot of surface lures and stuff like that, where we're all surface junkies and we love a top water bite. But at the moment, I've been challenged with a new place that we've pushed into here today, where it's a lot of lilies and stuff, and it's not something I've fished for before. So I've got to recreate and redesign lures to suit the situation I'm fishing, and that's what I love about it. There's no boundaries. You can be as simple as you like or as technical as you like, but just as long as you design it and having fun, that's what it's all about. I get inspired by a lot of different sources, so things like the Japanese handcrafted lure scene, like that place, and those guys are the pinnacle. And you start following those guys and seeing what they're doing and getting some ideas from those guys. Some of our Australian makers, I get a lot of inspiration from our Australian makers. There's a few guys who are really pushing the boundaries there. And you just keep on top of Facebook, Instagram, web pages, all those things, constantly Googling lure making and stuff like that. And certain things will pop up and it will inspire you to change certain designs that you've been doing and just tweak things to suit the style of fishing that you're doing. And that's where I get my inspiration from. So a lot of inspiration from other guys, but then also pushing my own envelope and boundaries and trying to find where I can fit into my little market as well.
Don't just go fishing, go hunting underwater. With Raymarine's superior high-fidelity chirp sonar vision, you'll never look at fishing the same again. You're already the predator above the water. Now go find your prey below it. Raymarine. Visit raymarine.com to get in on the action.
I'm into a few different styles of lures. So not just my bass lures, but I'll design lures for whatever I'm fishing for. So always at the end of the year, like when the kingies show up on the rocks, I'll be making stick baits, because kingies love stick baits, so I'll be pumping those out. When it's coming close to the cod season, I'll be pumping cod lures out because I love fishing for cod. I'll make lures for species that I fish for. So I've had a lot of guys ask for a barramundi lure, and like, yeah, I could make one, but I don't fish for them, so I don't think it's right that I make them when some other guys who are fishing for barra all the time are making them and they've got them nailed. So generally I try to stay with whatever species I'm targeting, that's the type of lure I'll make. So it'll be stick baits, big cod walkers, these yabby type of things I'm making at the moment for cod and yellow belly. Whatever species is tickling my fancy, that's what I'll start making lures for. What's next for NutterJuck? What I love about it is I'm constantly designing, so what's next and new? Well, I've got a few little things up my sleeve at the moment I'm tweaking with. Things that are evolving, so standard lures that I've been producing for a while, I'm tweaking them and changing them a bit. But at the moment I'm really excited about this little thing I've been creating. It's a work in progress and it will need a lot of tweaking still, but I'm just loving its versatility. So I can put it into the weed beds, I can put it in the open, I can do whatever I want with it, surface, subsurface. It's a timber lure that is going to open a few doors for me, I think. So that's a sneak peek of where we'll be going in 2016. In 15, I released these nipples. So these are the fellas, and they're speaking for themselves at the moment. Guys have seen the yellow belly photos, have seen the bass photos, and that's what these things. So that was right at the end. So that's still new for NutterJuck, but I'm thinking 16 is going to see these things come out. Maybe a bigger version for a cod. So keep your eyes out.
Unexpectedly compact. Uncompromising reliability. Unbelievably fuel efficient. Unbridled power. Mercury has delivered a new range of 75 to 115 horsepower four-stroke outboards, unlike anything the world has ever seen. Unthink everything you know about four-stroke.
I love bass fishing because the places it can take you and the scenery. There's all that old cliche of it's not about catching the fish, it's being in the places where it takes you. And yeah, it's part of it. But at the end of the day, I do love catching a fish, so if I don't catch a fish, I am a bit dirty, but bass fishing does take you to some beautiful locations. We've also, what I love about it is things that we've been discovering over the last few years. It's not textbook. It's not a high barometer, a hot day that you're going to catch fish. We've caught some stonkers when the barometer's been like a 990 something, almost cyclone, southerly, pumping rain. We've caught absolute pigs in that weather. So it's getting out there, it's fishing whenever you can, and it's opening doors for us. So that's what I love about it. You think you've got it nailed, and then they come and bite you and you've got nothing.